Om Sri Aurobindo Mira, open my mind, my heart, my life to your light, your love, your power. In all things, may I see the divine. Om Sri Aurobindo Mira is my refuge. Vande Matram. Good evening. So, topic of this evening's discussion will be on a message, truth to be realized now. Very interesting message. It contains a very small sentence. The truth to be realized now. We don't know how it is getting realized by the people who have seen this message and realized the importance of this message, because it is looks very simple, very straightforward, and very flat in the meaning outwardly. But thing is that it is not that much outward and that much easier. What now we really realize or we will feel now. The thing is that we'll go in details, of course, in brief, the topic truth to be realized now. So, very interesting topic, and it has got its own, of course, it has gone own weightage. Very much qualitatively and quantitatively, it contains a great value. Really, we'll see it. The truth to be realized now. So, if we just simply break this small sentence, the truth one, then realize that second term, and the third one is now. So in the brief conversation, the other will be in a position at least to realize, to analyze what is the truth. Second, how comes the realization, and the third, why mother quotes it, it is now. It is there is a very much emphasis on this word. We can put stress on now, now, not to delay, because it is already a long delay has been done. It has a time has passed away. It is already late. So, considering the sentence, we will see what is the truth really. Love of God is truth. Straightforward answer from Sri Aurobindo in a very small and a logical manner. Sri Aurobindo has quoted it and tried to explain. Love of God is truth. One more step ahead, Sri Aurobindo has gone in another context. Sri Aurobindo has quoted, love of truth is divine. So these are the very greatest and simplest and almost the smallest example explanation to define definitions are there. Love of God is truth, and the love of truth is of course divine. So many times when we feel that what is the truth, Mother has quoted only truth, cling to the truth, salute the advent of the truth, finally truth will prevail, cling to the truth. Many times we will see the terms, the messages, and the emphasis, and of course it has been quoted entirely only truth. Truth is the foundation of spirituality. Truth, the victory of truth is ultimately certain. Many ways, in many formats, many through different messages, Mother has quoted, and it is emphasized on truth, because in spiritual line the only string that is stressed upon, that is actually truly, that is truth. So most of the time when we keep analyzing the truth, and when we keep answering the truth or speaking on the truth, exactly outwardly there is a good definition. What we see is truth, but not actually, that is not like this, because today it is a rational modification, it is a rational development. The mind is has actually tried, quoted, analyzed, and explained. Now it is the state of mind in some state of consciousness. When the state of consciousness is changing, when mind is getting little bit matured, feels this is a wrong. It is a own mind. Mind contradicts its own statement. So just imagine how it is working in most of the things we have seen. Suppose one polymer scientist, he has gone adding the carbon particles again and again, often and often. Suppose he has that addition is up to 100 carbon particles at a time. With that he has produced the thesis, and he suppose that new theory, new principle has come out, and after some time we will feel this addition another 10 or 20 or 50 carbon particles have come out. So this characteristic, this law, everything changes. So mind with its deficiency has created this darkness. So it contradiction comes to the rule, to the fore, to the front. So I will go a little bit in detail, of course, into this great discussion. But actually, second part, that is realization part, will little bit will try to analyze what is that realization. Truth to be realized now. So when it is when the story comes, it is now realization. We'll see in spiritual methods. In the spiritual path, we have got so many things like realization, experiences, symbols, so many visions, many terms we find. Here we'll get the thing on the realization, we'll see. There is no road to the divine realization. Why? No royal road to the divine realization. So road is not that much. Roads are there definitely, because how people will go. Some road is there, but a royal road, that NH Grand Truck Road, something like a six-track road, that is not not at constructed, because nobody has gone, nobody has seen, nobody has attempted, and this road is yet to be prepared. So still in the quote says, there is no royal road to the divine realization. You have to go. That road has to prepare. Of course, Sri Aurobindo has gone. Mother has explored. They have the vision. They are our guides. So something can be done. Some visions are there. It is coming. We find some symbols. There are experiences we actually feel at each moment. But anyway, the realization, royal road to the divine realization. Second, next, without realization, our mental belief can't become a dynamic reality. So, to our for our mental belief, already we have explained this belief. When it is matter related to mind, mental belief can't become a dynamic reality. Staticity and dynamicity. We are to be dynamic, to become a dynamic reality. Without realization, our mental belief can't become a dynamic reality. Simply staticity, or simply in a inactive way, in a inefficient way, it stays there. So for this dynamism, realization is the initial requirement. Against here in the quotes, the all realization of the divine is an inner realization. That's what quoted. The very interesting topic. Truth is the foundation of spirituality. Then love of God is truth. Love of truth is divine. What we see, that is a mental phenomenon. We have seen that. Suppose we are going, we feel it is there. Water on the high road when we are driving in the daytime, but when you reach that spot, you find there is no water because of this reflection. This is the law of reflection. Due to total internal reflection, it is happening. So that one straight stick, when it is immersed in a bucket full of water, it fills the straight. Instead of getting straight, looking straight, it looks something like something submerged. It is something actually, it is broken, it is bent. Well, this is due to the law of the refraction. So straight stick, of course, it looks actually as if it is actually that is a bent one. For this, but originally it is not bent; it is straight. Then what we see is truth, means a part is seen. We have taken it for the whole. We see only a part. Like the four blind people, they are seeing the elephant. So their knowledge, their reachability is limited. Someone finds its legs are something like a pillars. A second one finds the tail as a snake. Third finds his teeth like a sword, tooth like a sword, and somebody find its ear like something like a pulla, something like that pan, like it seems. So like this, these the things, the variation. A part is seen, we have taken it for the whole elephant in one position. But thing is that those people who are finding and just going experimenting blindly on the elephant, they are finding something else. So realization, so then realization of the divine is an inner realization, nothing superficial. If we superficially we look, we find the part only. We find glacier simply because glacier, a deep, bigger part. Actually, it is deep hid within. Outwardly, we see it is a small part. This is the outward vision. Unless otherwise, we are going for the inner realization. Very difficult. All realization of the divine is normally is an inner realization. Nobody can have the spiritual realization who has not had the spiritual. So initially we must gain the spiritual realization. After gaining the spiritual realization only, then we'll be able to go for the supramental realization. Then against here in the course, the cosmic divine can be close to one as one's own self, and the transcendent as intimate as the closest friend or lover. Very interesting. I will try to quote it again, read it out again. The cosmic divine can be as close as one's own self, as close as one's own self. That is cosmic divine. And the transcendent, again the cosmic divine. Then second was the transcendent, as intimate as the closest friend of lover. So this is the difference between the cosmic divine and the transcendent one. Again we'll go. We aim at the divine realization not only in the immobility of the spirit but also in the movement of the nature. That feeling, that realization must be there. And therefore Sri Aurobindo of course quotes it in a very interesting way. It should be realized now. Why now? Because inner realization, transcendent divine, the cosmic divine, inner realization, we must have no mental conception, spiritual realization, psychic realization, supramental realization. These are the big things. It is not coming almost in the ordinary external mind itself. To it is, for this we have to go heed deep within. Couple of lines we'll see and then we'll go. The truth is known only when all are seen. Very famous sentence of Sri Aurobindo from Savitri, of course. The truth is known only when all are seen. Then during the course, the truth light capture nature by surprise. The truth light capture nature by surprise. That surprise is a big term here, because we know earth grows unexpectedly divine. A word ill heard shall speak, the way the soul obey. And like this, after a few lines, it is the stealth of God compel the heart to bliss. A power into mind's inner chamber still. Earth grow unexpectedly divine. In our body, and the body kindled to the sacred birth. Then, of course, the night grows, night shall awake to the anthem of the stars. The days become a happy pilgrim march. So these are the golden lines, the glorious definitions defined by Sri Aurobindo, because these are the truths. So it is going to happen. And Sri Aurobindo has categorically quoted also, truth shall be a sun on the nature's head. Truth shall be the guide of the nature steps, from the top as the sun, and with the middle it is like guiding the steps. And the truth shall gaze out of the nether deeps. It shall gaze out of the nether deeps. So what is the condition? If it is happening, then what is happening? When Superman is born as the nature's king, his presence shall transfigure the matter's world. These are things going to happen. So if there is no realization, nothing is there, we are simply staying in the superficiality and the obscurity in the outward format only, then very difficult. So here in the quoted, to be realized now, it is already late. We are, because it is the habit of the human being to make the things delay. Okay, let the God do. This is our inertia. It is working. And here in the course, the truth shall be the leader of their lives. Truth shall dictate their thought and speech and act. So they shall feel themselves lifted nearer to the sky. So these are the feelings. It is coming to them, and it is there. Of course, it is happening. truth, nothing but the truth is our aim. So our aim and objective is truth, and it must not be delayed because already truth is everywhere, not anybody's monopoly. We have to go. Thank you.